There's few things that are really true in this world. Death, taxes, and holy smokes, I hate characters like Weiss, Rarity, and Stolas. And even though prolapsed anuses shouldn't exist, they're kind of wonders of the world. Just like wonders that we shouldn't have done. It's when we go too far. It's like the Icarus of the body. But unlike death and taxes, sometimes times change. I've watched all of RWBY, ladies and gentlemen, every single episode from 1 to the end of the newest season. And as time went on, somehow, almost every single character that I loved either ended up dead or changing drastically, making me slowly start to hate them. Except Weiss. My fave. Come on, Ryan. You said you could get through this. My favorite character. Which is why we're doing this death battle today. Today is my moment to root for Weiss as she goes one-on-one against Mitsuru from Persona. Oh shit, a Persona character? Oh my god, I'm gonna lose. So I found out in the last episode my win-loss record is actually really good right now at 6 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. But I have a sneaking suspicion as today I go with Weiss as the winner. I might add another loss to that record because I can't. Listen, guys, I don't care if I think somebody's win. I gotta go with my heart in the characters that I either know or like. She's somewhere in the middle of that. Of course, folks, like check out the original link, more for original content creator. Link in the description. Am I in the Death Battle Dome? Is that a Death Battle loot box? Well, I know what time period this was made in. Oh. Was it so metal that I moaned? Maybe I should read. No.
Today we're pitting together
we're not redoing it.
Of ice born into powerful, if troubled, families.
If troubled? He created racism. I think that's pretty troubled.
And Mitsuru Kirijo, heiress to the Kirijo group and member of the persona-wielding Seas.
Wait, is she also rich and snooty? I can't hate everybody here.
Armor and skills
Boomstick.
To find out who would win a death battle.
I'm with you, buddy.
The world of Remnant is known for many things. The vicious
like this
creature
dragon
called
island
Grim,
that
the
nobody
hunters
talks
and
about.
huntresses committed to
I don't even think
fighting,
dragons
and
exist.
The Schnee family.
Yeah, they're kind of like royalty, and their princess is
Kind of?
Schnee. As the heiress to the family
They're the
company,
richest
she
people in
grew
the
up
world.
a pretty cold home. Pun intended.
The Schnee family expected a lot
Left-handed.
of Weiss.
Very
It was
important. That's going to be the
considered
most
essential
important
that
thing.
live up to their
She
highly
lost because the other one had
influential
right
Too
hand.
bad for them, she had her own plans.
Rejecting her father's wishes to remain at home, Weiss left to attend Beacon Academy and train to
My
become
God,
a hunter.
I forgot how in the first
Literally
season
putting
she
the
was
W
literally
in
the
Team RWBY.
bright as the
Within
sun.
just a year, Weiss established her own name for herself, saving the kingdom on more than one occasion, and doing so with her trusty blade, Myrtinax.
Ah!
And
Ah!
Weiss McHugh,
Was that
first
Weiss's
nasty
ass
hit
crack?
with a multi-action rapier
I
with
was
a
not signed up for
3-foot-long
this.
blade.
Can I
But guess
please-
what? It's also
Can
a
I
gun.
please
Instead of a
burn
plain
this
old
footage?
crossguard, it's got a 6-slot revolver-style chamber that Weiss fills with bullets colored like the rainbow.
Oh my gosh.
Not
It's been so
exactly
long
bullets.
since you
They are
used it, I
vials
don't
of
remember.
dust, which she can fire to enhance her
I
weapons
well, I
and
did remember,
skills.
but
Ironically,
just
the Schnee
remind me.
Dust Company
Like,
is
she's
by
mostly
far
just
one of
summons
the
giant
largest
monsters now. She doesn't
producers
really
and
use that
exporters
anymore.
of dust.
Wait,
Oh yeah, where is this in the season wise? Oh shit.
Covering the bookshelf in my trailer. I can sell it and finally have enough money to buy a second bookshelf. Just here I come.
No, not that kind.
Why
of
do you
dust.
have
In the
on
world of Remnant,
on
dust
dial
is an
Tinkerbell's
energy
ass
often used
smacking?
to fuel vehicles, androids, and
I think
weapons.
we're gonna go to jail for that. I think she's like 7 years
When
old.
did I say anything about books?
Well, long story short, there are 4 main types of dust: air, lightning, fire, and water.
And
Wow,
Weiss
that's
likes
an
to mix
innovative
water
new
and air
concept.
Together for her favorite, ice dust.
And that is why they call you the Ice Queen.
She can also attack with fire, launch a windstorm, block attacks with barriers, and many, many other techniques.
it's because
Needless
she's
to
a piece of
say,
shit, but
Myrtinaster is a
don't tell anyone
surprisingly
I said that.
versatile weapon.
She also uses dust to boost her semblance.
Also, I'm still waiting for that episode. Weiss gets frostbite. Just because you live in an ice land and you summon ice magic doesn't mean that the ice wouldn't burn the shit out of your cankles.
Needless to say, Myrtanaster is a surprisingly versatile weapon.
She also uses dust to boost her semblance, which is basically her X-Men
So I'm gonna be honest,
superpower.
like I know
Weiss
all of
gets hers
this,
from
but
her
I don't know
family line and can do a
anything about
bunch
the
of
other
stuff
girl.
with
So
it.
I'm
She can make
nervous.
glyphs on surfaces or in the air, each with a different color denoting its ability. Black glyphs hold things in place, while white ones propel things forward. Also, by infusing
That's
glyphs with
crazy,
dust,
too.
she can manipulate their
she
effects.
hasn't been
For
on a
example,
full-on
touch of
fight
lightning
in
dust
so
lets her
long.
dilate
I
time,
forgot
dramatically
most of
increasing her
this.
speed.
Or even better, she can use the glyphs to
She
summon
just talks
monsters
now,
to beat
guys.
her in
There's no
battle,
such thing as fights in
Beastmaster
RWBY.
style.
It's only
Like
talking.
this crazy boar, a giant killer wasp, and the Armagigas.
Which literally translates to giant armor in Latin, so fitting.
Damn. Just
Wait,
imagine how
so
great
there's
her
Latin
family
in this
could be if
universe?
they
Ryan,
all
don't
didn't
go down
hate
that
each
rabbit
other.
hole. You know how that always
Unlimited
ends.
dust, giant bodyguards you can summon anytime, and they'd never be stuck with warm beer.
She also has a nice
Unfortunately,
butler.
the
Does that
Schnee
count?
family does suffer from some
And
rocky
friendship?
relationships,
Can we
with
use
the
that
exception
to
of
cheat?
Weiss and her older sister Winter.
Wait, go back. Is her dad Colonel Sanders?
I guess there's a certain resemblance.
AFC, KF, Schnee. No wonder they're so rich.
Where did you get that chicken?
What? You don't carry pocket chicken?
We don't want to talk about
So
the
back on
plantations.
topic, Weiss has a very powerful and versatile ability, and like most semblances, it's powered by her aura.
Which is like an invisible shield around her body. She's basically unkillable while it's
I
up.
like how it looks
So
like
the
he's
aura
repelling
itself
the
isn't
black
indestructible.
outline
It
on
can be
those
depleted
dudes.
after taking lots of
No!
damage and needs
So
time
much
to restore it.
outline!
Without it, she cannot use her semblance, and she's much more vulnerable.
But that aura is pretty friggin' tough. It was just
I feel
enough
like
to
you're
take a
only
full-on
saying that
hit
because
from a
that's going to be
geyser
what
of
fucks her in
lava.
the end.
Lava can reach temperatures
I'm
of
always listening for
1200
little
degrees
factoids
Celsius,
that could
enough
be
to
the
melt fire.
downfall of the
And during
character.
a food fight of all things, she was thrown into a pillar so hard it was obliterated.
Hey, Wiz, I've been in a few food fights in my time, and that shit gets intense. And that
I
one's
still miss
tame
this
by
fight. Like
comparison.
every time I think
Greatest
back
of
to how
all, with
great
a
the fight
combination
scenes
of
were, I
ice
think
and her
back to that
aura,
food
she
fight.
survived
Even
right
though
on
they
top of
blew the
speeding
entire
trains
budget on
crashing
it.
through concrete. By measuring the diameter of the resulting hole and applying the values of fragmentation, this means Weiss survived an impact equal to over 7 tons of TNT.
Holy
It's not just
shit!
Weiss that's
How is
tough.
that
Her
possible?
glyphs are
Oh
strong
yeah,
enough
she's
to
got that
catapult
the aura. I
Armagigas,
forgot.
and with her
I was gonna
ice
say,
powers,
if it was just
she's
normal,
knocked
her
around
little
a
body
giant
would turn to
man built
dust.
For fighting Godzilla-sized Grim.
Compared to the height of her teammate nearby, it appears she created over 2,000 metric tons of ice. Obviously, that much ice doesn't fit into 2 vials of dust. She's likely using the ocean as a base to exert fusion energy and vaporization energy on the nitrogen in the air, thereby freezing it like so. At
And
most,
you
this
have
would
now put
require
more
over
thought into it
900
than they
billion
did.
joules of energy, equivalent to detonating around
And this ain't shitting on Rooster Teeth on this one. Most shows do not actually put that much thought into like stuff like that. There's no way RWBY thought in their head when they made that scene. Oh, but what if it's not enough vial? No, they went, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Let's do it. Like no one, very few people think about the scientific effects or reasoning behind the cool fights. Sometimes they just do it because,
Dodging missiles and even hitting bullets out of the air.
And with time dilation, she can stay nearly untouchable while taking out her opponents in the blink of an eye.
Like that old saying, float like an inner tube on a lazy river and sting like your pee in the morning.
Please go to a doctor. Throughout her journey, Weiss has overcome
No,
all
he puts
sorts
his
of
finger in my
dangers,
butt.
But her most difficult task may have been the moment her
And I
father
liked
cut
it.
her out of the family, leaving her financially broke and dismissed from her
Oh!
birthright.
Ah, boo-hoo, no more allowance. Still,
There's
she's powered
1,000
through and made a name
flashbacks
for
to Peaky
herself as
Blake there for a
huntress.
second.
With the RWBY team at her back, I think she's found the family she truly belongs to.
pan to Adolf Hitler. I mean, sorry, cool Hitler.
More than a name.
In
Better
the early
dad than Weiss's
2000s,
dad, by
you'd
the
be
way.
hard pressed to find someone in Japan who
Oh, it's
didn't know
Persona
of the
3,
Kyoto
okay.
Group, a global
All I needed to
conglomerate
see was
involved
1
in
second to
nearly
know.
every aspect of daily life. And the heiress to this impressive company was
I
a young
played
girl
Persona
named
3
Mitsuru Kirijo.
But unknown
for
to
a
her,
couple
the
hours
family
till I
company was into some
absolutely
pretty sketchy
despised the
stuff.
time
Her
mechanic.
grandpa
So
started
really, I don't know
experimenting
anything
with some
about
sort
this.
of mental world called the Mind Place.
Or more officially, the collective unconscious, a realm connected to every living being's subconscious
Persona's always
mind.
been that
And within
franchise
the
that I
collective
think the stories are
unconscious dwells
awesome,
shadows,
but I
fragments
cannot
of
get
human
into the
psyche,
games.
which often appear
I've
as
tried so many
malevolent
times.
monsters.
They're basically demons.
Kind of. However,
Kinky
there's another
blobs.
sort more directly integrated with the minds of individual people.
Though I do want to see a kinky
effectively
blob
becoming
party. That
their
sounds like
shadow
a
selves.
bomb.
So some of them are demons who want to kill you, and some of them are demons who are part of your brain?
Close enough.
Well, Gramps tried to get the shadows for himself.
Hi,
but as
Kingpin.
anyone who's tried to
That's a
summon
weird
demons will tell you,
crossover I didn't
don't
expect.
Do that. Trust me, it never works out. And when it does, it doesn't.
Chaos Incarnate erupted. The resulting explosion
Hey,
from
can
this
you
experiment
freeze
released the
Spider-Man?
shadows into
What
reality
are you
to prey
doing
on
here?
an
Get
unsuspecting
away!
populace,
Spider-Man's
and
not even
unveiled
here.
the Tartarus, a citadel
Or
between
is he?
worlds. The Earth was
Just like
drastically
Spider-Man wearing a
changed
mask
with a
as an
new
enemy.
dark hour, an extra hour of time occurring at midnight.
Most folks didn't notice, though. The world basically freezes in time during the dark hour, including people. So nobody's got to pick up a new 25-hour clock, because when the hour runs up, everything continues like nothing happened. It's like getting an extra hour of secret sleep.
But some people are able to operate during this hour, including Mitsuru, which she decided to take full advantage of.
Yeah, she felt pretty guilty about her family basically ruining everything and sending hundreds of murder monsters
Worst part
into
is,
the
now
world.
that I know
So
it's
she
3,
swore
I
to
do
fix
remember
her
her character.
grandpappy's mess.
I thought
And
she
while
was
she's
hot.
certainly skilled with a rapier thanks to her time in fencing club, a single
I'm a simple
sword
man.
would
You
never
give
be
me a
enough to
girl with
combat
red hair and I
hordes of
melt.
shadows.
Literally.
Luckily, her first
This is a
experience
fake
with
arm.
the Dark Hour helped her out in this regard.
That's one way to put it. She and her dad were almost murdered by spooky shadows.
But this event
Oh my
also
god, I'm
led
like
to an
Batman! No,
awakening.
you're
With
not
the
like
threat of
Batman.
death
No!
mere seconds away, Mitsuru
Batman!
dug deep within and found
That's
a
why they
new
threw her out of the
weapon,
clan.
her shadow self.
And that's how she became a person user.
Persona user.
Well said.
Thanks to this fateful night, Mitsuru can summon a manifestation
sounds
of
like
her
me trying to
personality
figure this shit
known as
out.
a persona. This was Penthesilea, who would eventually evolve into her ultimate form, Artemisia.
Artie is the best non-imaginary
Is that
friend
a
you could
chain
ask
whip,
for.
or is that
She's
one of
got
those
all
finger
sorts of
traps?
powerful ice spells. She can heal Mitsuru's wounds. She can drain someone's energy and add it to Mitsuru's own.
Also get her
And
fingers
she can
stuck.
blow people up
Only
with
in this
mega-
formation, though. Not in this way. That-
It's a big purple kaboom that ignores special defenses. Anyway, and to top it all off, she's got a kinky ice whip.
While Artemisia cannot really be killed, she does have her limits. When a persona is overtaxed or takes too much damage,
Listen, buddy,
it becomes
I only
frozen
love
and
Ivy
unusable for
from
a
Soul
short time.
Calibur. That's the only whip I
Since
could take.
Artemisia
Any other
is
whips?
Technically part of Mitsuru's mind. When the persona gets hurt, so does she.
No can do,
But
buddy.
this connection also grants Mitsuru her own set of special powers. She's physically superior to most others. She can also sense the locations of people and layouts of buildings through analytical clairvoyance. She's also immune to ice and
Analytic
cold,
clairvoyance?
So I'm
Wait,
not really
what?
Sure why she needs this
What?
giant fur coat.
Everyone needs a
I don't
good
think it's
fur
clairvoyance,
coat
I think it's-
whiz.
never
Come
mind.
on.
I guess. It is a pretty nice coat. Anyway, Mitsuru wasn't going into battle alone.
Until
She
you
gathered
go to
team
into
of
a
Persona
fucking
users to
lava
form the
area.
Specialized extracurricular
Volcano,
execution
Ryan.
squad.
They're called
or
volcanoes.
Seeds, which is much easier to say.
Aw,
the team set
jeez.
out to explore Tartarus,
play too many
combat the
video
shadows,
games.
and put an end to the dark
Those
hour.
stupid terms.
While also scoring some extra credit because it was technically an after-school club.
Japanese schools are way more hardcore than ours.
And with a team at her back, Mitsuru needed a team to
don't go in the hood,
reliably
my
summon
friend.
Personas with. And so came the Evoker, which might be a little disturbing to some people, so fair warning.
Yeah, it looks just like a gun, and that's kind of the point. The idea
Yep.
is to use the gun to create an extremely traumatic experience, similar to how Mitsuru first evoked her own persona.
Specifically, this is accomplished by aiming the thing at your face and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that's definitely not how guns are supposed to work.
Questionable concepts aside, Mitsuru and her persona are an absolute terror on the
By
battlefield.
far one of the darkest topics to having an ability.
Did she just cut off that thing's dick?
Yes, she did, Boomstick.
Wow,
It's a
what?
goddamn cannon.
Oh, the horror, but also cannon dick.
Mitsuru is quick enough to dodge gunfire. Heck, another persona user is even fast
I
enough to
only
outrun
got
a
a
bullet fired by a
Luger
magnum.
dick.
Those usually have a muzzle velocity of over 360 meters per second.
And personas can move even faster. Naoto's could react to and catch an arrow in milliseconds, and Mitsuru
no.
has defeated her in battle.
Oh
But hey, how
no.
about that time Mitsuru
Oh, I'm
and her
starting
whole
to
team
sweat here,
survived
boys.
an
I don't like
explosion
this.
that totally wrecked this whole bridge. Now, in my humble opinion, using my very own handcrafted munitions measurement chart, I'd say this blast falls somewhere in the range of, oh shit, we're dead.
Interesting, but let's use some
Thank
real
God we're not in
science.
better than sex, though.
It is real science. I tested explosions and their real effects on real people, just like you would.
It's true.
I'm a real scientist now.
But that's... Wait, real people? Boomstick? Where are the interns?
You like my head?
Hey, look, I got you that coat that you wanted.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, it's so soft.
Oh.
So are the interns. But hey, Wiz, there's one more math thing you gotta do. By working with another Persona user, Yukari, Mitsuru helped freeze up this giant, creepy puppet monster.
Well, again, taking nitrogen into account as it comprises 70% of air's makeup, we can apply its required fusion energy and vaporization energy to find.
Are we
this
really
would
going to
need an
use
energy
like
output equal
teammates?
to 60
I think that may
kilotons
be
of
going a little
TNT,
too far,
though
but
this can't all be attributed to Mitsuru, as she did have help.
That's still a hell of a lot of ice. Mitsuru and Artemisia sure make a powerful pair.
And even after successfully ending the Dark Hour and redeeming her family name, Mitsuru continued battling for people everywhere, one shadow at a time.
I'm
This appears to be just the beginning.
Come on, Weiss!
All right, the combatants
Come
are
on!
set, and we've run
I
the
don't
data
know
through
where
all
you're gonna win
possibilities.
this or how you're gonna win this.
I'm all out of pocket chicken, so let's
She's
get
even
this
hotter
better.
than you.
This blue-
What are we gonna do? Especially because you're underage. All right, here comes the. All right, Weiss, I'm betting on you. Come on, just slip the money under the door. Wow, this is really good looking. Wowzers! It's almost like they could have the Rooster Teeth team do this, but that's impossible.
Thank you, but flattery will get you nowhere.
They got the voice actor? How did they do such a thing? Ryan, stop with the stupid fucking joke. Come on, Weiss. Come on, Weiss. I want you to take a gun out and shoot her. It is the RWBY way. Everything is gun. Oh my gosh. This is actually by far one of the best looking death battles
Fighting new ice.
already.
Ironic and a waste of time. Artemisia!
I like how to beat her whip, she just kind of lightly slaps it away. Get it out of my face. We're having a fight, not a BSM convention. Whoa, nice. Wait, you should probably just stick on fire and just burn her. Ooh, ew. What were those things?
Touch me, Ice Queen. Huh, so that's what it's like.
God, I hate you, but love you at this. No. My heart will never admit it. My mind might say it, but my heart says, don't do it, Ryan. This is how you get hurt. This is how you lose your bees. Oh, what a good right kick. Woo! There you go. Come on, Weiss. Though I don't like you're winning. Usually whoever starts winning loses at the end. Come on, Weiss. Use your big giant dude with sword. Which, to be in hindsight, really hasn't done much in the series. He kind of just shows up and then usually gets his ass kicked. Probably because he's big and slow, has rocks in his pants. He's a rock collector. He likes geodes. We all have to have. We all have to have our collections, you know, our hobbies. Oh, good
As
save.
annoying as this was, I have to admit, you fought valiantly. But now you'll fall by my own hand.
God, you're so much more annoying than Weiss. How is that possible? Please, come on, Weiss. You can't. Oh no! Oh God! She used her purple beam. Oh no! 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 Oh shit! We're doomed. I've watched enough RWBY to know once that thing goes down, we all die.
How strong are you?
I thought she was gonna shoot her. Oh, we are so doomed. No! God, Weiss, do you have any other backup plans? It's been a long. Oh, dear Lord, Weiss. Oh! Oh! No! Oh! Oh, Weiss. No, Weiss, you lost to someone more annoying than you? God, no. God, dang it, Weiss.
I'm glad we got these.
Why did I ever trust you? Why didn't I pick the hot
Weiss was
redhead?
incredibly skilled. Her versatility
I
certainly
hate her
proved a
dialect,
challenge
really.
for
I
Mitsuru,
do. This
and
song
she
about
held a
it just makes me
decent
like,
advantage in speed thanks to
boy,
time
I
dilation.
really don't want to be
Though
around
to be
you.
fair, Mitsuru's analytical clairvoyance meant it would have been pretty difficult for Weiss to get the jump on her. Plus, Naota's persona had to move around Mach 7 to catch that arrow in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So Artemisia
Was
must
this
be
even
capable
really a
of
fair
similar
fight if you
feats.
think about it?
Yeah, but slowing down time seems like an instant win move, doesn't it?
In some ways, yes, but we look for who can win the most matches overall, not just a couple times out of 1,000 possibilities thanks to one good move.
Yeah, even though Weiss had plenty of attack options, Mitsuru's defenses were just too strong. Like how she completely canceled Weiss's
don't
ice
know.
attacks.
This presented a unique problem.
That's a weird
for Weiss,
situation.
Who has always been fairly reliant on ice techniques. She was forced to use dust, which she has less experience with.
Plus,
Fair
Weiss
enough.
summons
That's
have never
agreeable.
dealt damage anywhere close to that "oh shit, we're dead" explosion that Mitsuru survived. By taking the diameter of the blast here and comparing it to real-life nukes, then considering how
It's
far
a weird
Mitsuru
one
was
to
from the
have
center
a
of it,
situation.
she took a hit worth over 21 tons of TNT. Definitely higher than Weiss's 7-ton train feat.
Frankly, Mitsuru's survivability and power output outclassed Weiss. Even if we cut her major ice feat in half since she was aided by Yukari, Mitsuru still output 130 times more energy than Weiss when she attacked that mech.
But numbers aren't everything, right?
Sure, there's always a new way to look at things. For instance, Weiss's arsenal was limited by her aura and dust supply, while Mitsuru had no such constraint on her own power.
It takes a long
Wait,
time to
she doesn't have
restore
MP?
aura, and
Does that
remember,
not
when a
work in
persona
this
gets
universe?
broken, it can just
Doesn't
come
she?
back
Right?
a few seconds
Yes?
later.
Which
Pretty
was
sure she
extremely
does,
useful,
right?
as Artemisia could heal Mitsuru at
been a
any
while.
time, undoing whatever progress Weiss had made.
Oh man, what an ice-cold move!
While Weiss's speed and versatility put up a good
I killed
fight,
a polar bear for
Mitsuru's
this.
greater defense, raw power, and more reliable arsenal proved too much for the Huntress.
She had no chance.
The winner is Mitsuru Kirijo.
You're dead to me again, Deathbell. You're dead to me. Not because Weiss lost, but that snow pun at the end made me want to kill a polar bear myself with my bare hands. That wasn't a pun, and if you took it as a pun, you're a bad human being. God dang it, Weiss! Well, to be honest, this is about the same experience I have every time at Weiss. My hopes get put up with her, and then I feel disappointment. The Weiss experience. But before we get to this review, I want to say this video is sponsored by me, because this is a RWBY character, and I want to tell you that I've done the entire last season of RWBY on Patreon, so if you want to check that out, join my Patreon. I got a shitload of other video series if you want to watch more Hobo Ryan content and support me. But yeah, it is weird to have death battles that have that moment where it's just like, yeah, technically Weiss could beat her because of this OP ability. I feel like they've done this before, by the way, said this OP ability is the reason why they win, and that's the only reason. So it's very strange for them to be like, yeah, but it would win a couple times, but not all the time. Very strange way to look at it. Of course, I don't know, maybe their opinions change on it. But also, on the other hand, you could say she has an OP ability, but you're also putting her up against a really OP opponent. She's like, even I could tell that, like, she was kind of getting outclassed from the beginning, and the only reason she's in a fight is because they both like ice and they both have rapiers. That's it. That's the whole reason. Oh, also they some big guys. So it's really just they went up against each other because they were similar characters. So it is weird to me. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I care enough. Like, I don't think I'll ever be one of those people that, like, get furiously mad because science sucks. It does, but I'm not going to say it. Actually, guys, ladies and gentlemen of the Death Battle universe, which Death Battles is the most controversial one in their playlist? Like, which are the ones we're the most upset by? Was this one of them? See, that's the thing I never really know with these series is this a controversial one? Did everyone agree with it? Of course, when it comes down to it, a lot of these death battles straight up just come to this fan base and this fan base start screaming at each other, and that's usually a death battle. It's like literally just two toxic fan bases slapping together, and whoever wins brags, and the other just fucking be toxic to the other one. So I don't know if you could really say any of these aren't controversial when hyper fandoms are in the battle. This comment literally says, Weiss uses ice, Mitsuru is immune to ice. Not that hard to determine the win. Why did we even do it then? Yeah, I should have known. I mean, I did know, but I'm going by the heart rule of I have to pick the character I like more. And because I really don't care. And because her accent annoys me. Holy shit. Oh, I hate rich people speak when they're like fancy. It just makes me want to slap the shit out of them. I would take the way Mark Zuckerberg talks over her because at least he's freaking weird. The other one's just like, oh, I just want a bomb to land on you. Oh, also, one thing I did want to mention that surprised me, but shouldn't surprise me. Weiss lost. Did not get brutally murdered. Have you noticed that? Remember Pokemon versus Digimon? Remember when Ash Ketchum, or no, actually Red, gets literally brutally sliced to pieces and obliterated and murdered? Weiss, on the other hand, kind of just falls off camera and her sword breaks. AKA the creators of RWBY went, you're not killing our character. We're not putting that on camera. I find that a bit disrespectful to Ash, who got fucking brutally murdered. And he seems to be the only one that gets brutally murdered anymore. Why the hell did you kill Ash? Red? I keep doing that. Why the heck did you kill Red so much? Anyways, well, this was a fun battle because let's talk about the pluses here, boys. The pluses that I talk about every single time. But this one, above all, whoo! That animation, you could tell that the RWBY team was on absolute top level when they were putting this together, which is making me sad because I've just realized the last season does not have a single fight scene that even comes close to this. There isn't even a fight scene, I think, that lasts longer than 2 minutes. So, well, one fight scene between two people. There's a lot of random fight scenes, but when it comes down to like 1 versus 1, we don't get fights like this anymore. This made me sad. RWBY, get back to the fight scenes. I get it. I like character development too, but you just, god dang it, you do not do the 1 versus 1s anymore. Like the enjoyable battles, it's just they took it out for some reason. I don't know why. They went for hectic chaos battles where like you see a little bit of this fight, a little bit of that fight, and then you don't get as much as this once was. So guys, I really want to hear your opinions on this. Like, I think that one comment literally, like, sealed the deal for me. Like, yeah, if she's immune to ice, this battle was completely pointless and literally was just because the characters matched up. It wasn't a fair fight. It literally was just, hey, these two things are like each other, so let's do the battle. And the other one I want to ask you guys is, what is the most controversial ones? I want to hear about the most controversial ones. I want to watch the most controversial ones. I want to see the steam. I want to see the heat. I want to see the anger, all right? That's what I want. If you enjoy, remember subscribe, leave a like down below, write a comment about this episode. I want to hear, did you find this one controversial? Did you find this one pointless when you realize how much of a power difference there was and how it wasn't a fair fight at all? But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.